Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, please rise as Class Marshals Ryan Delacali and Joshua Pettingell, Senior Class Advisors Ms. Alana Crawford and Ms. Erin Carter, and the Milford High School and Applied Technology Center Class of 2026 enter for commencement. Please remain standing for the national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, direct your attention to our flag as members of the Milford High School music program perform our national anthem.
Run, baby, run. Thank you. I'm a two. I can't see.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing as Shay Hansen and Olivia Scari lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now be seated. That's okay. Sorry. Thanks. Good evening, everyone. It is truly my pleasure and honor to welcome you to Milford High School and Applied Technology Center's 2026 commencement ceremony. My name is Nicole Icuzio O'Brien, and I have had the absolute privilege of serving as principal this year. As we begin, I would like to recognize some distinguished guests joining us this evening. Members of the Milford School Board, Chair Mrs. Karen Savasco, Vice Chair Mrs. Amy Clark Canty, Secretary Mr. Ryan Freed, and Board Member Ms. Susan Smith. Also here this evening is Milford Superintendent of Schools, Christy Michaud, Mason Superintendent of School, Kristen Cavella, Mason School Board Member, Logan Woods, the Executive Director of Teaching and Learning, Ms. Jan Radowitz, Assistant Principals, Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Saradellis, our CTE Director, Ms. Belcourt, our Director of School Counseling, Mr. Paul Christensen, as well as many members of the MHS and ATC staff. As we begin, I would also like to thank Chapel Tractor for providing to the Milford School District the use of their ATV vehicle this evening to help us provide transportation on and off Stadium Field for our guests of need. It is a tremendous service to the district and the community that we have graciously appreciated. So now, class of 2026, are you ready for your graduation? I will always remember this class here as the one that welcomed me to Milford. Many of the students sitting before me right now were among the first to introduce themselves, share their ideas, and tell me what made this school special, and to help me learn what it means to be a Spartan. Although I wasn't here for your entire high school journey, I am incredibly grateful that I got to be part of your senior year. I didn't get to see you arrive as freshmen or grow throughout the years, but I did get to witness the class that you became. And what this class has become is a group with personality, talent, heart, and spirit. Some of you excelled in the classroom or in athletics. Some of you shined in the arts. Some of you developed skills through the Applied Technology Center, internships, and career pathways, or being out in the community. Each of you will continue your journeys after tonight, hopefully taking what you've learned during your time at Milford into whatever life takes you next, the military service, college, the trades, or the workforce. No matter the path that got you here or that lies ahead, each of you has helped make this class special. As we celebrate tonight, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on the people who have helped get you here. Your families, friends, teachers, coaches, mentors, and everyone who believed in you along the way. Most importantly, I want you to remember this. You did not arrive at this moment by accident. You got here through hard work, resilience, growth, and determination. Class of 2026, it has been an honor to be your principal. Everyone here is incredibly proud of you. Congratulations, and welcome to your graduation. At this time, I would like to welcome our hosts for this evening, Kylie Gullidge and Ash Burnett.
Thank you, Ms. Ikuzio O'Brien, and thank you, Mr. Eric Bonnet, our band director, and Mrs. Jennifer Odoti, our chorus director, for those beautiful renditions of Pomp and Circumstance and the national anthem.
Welcome, families, guests, and most importantly, the class of 2026. After 12 long years, we have finally made it to graduation. Some say these are the best years of our lives, which is a little concerning, but we'll roll with it. Some of us are graduating with honors, and some of us are just honored to be graduating. From getting a new principal, creating traditions, and having a junior prom that will leave future classes jealous, we have truly made our mark as a class. It is our persistence and patience that has gotten us all to this milestone, and I speak for many when I say we should all be incredibly proud.
You should all feel accomplished with all the work you put in to make your time at MHS one to remember, because let's be honest, half the battle is just showing up. Over the past 4 years, we have experienced different aspects of our life, from getting our driver's license, attending prom, participating in sports and activities, and growing into almost fully functioning adults within society. We have all experienced life differently, yet it is in these moments and milestones that we are connected together as a class. However, we couldn't do it without some outside support. Tonight, the band will perform Blue Sky Horizon by contemporary composer Randall Standridge, a piece chosen by senior members of the ensemble themselves. The senior band members first performed this piece as freshmen, so it feels appropriate that they perform it as graduating seniors. That choice feels especially meaningful because the music is ultimately about hope, resilience, joy, and looking forward to what lies ahead. Please enjoy Blue Sky Horizon by Randall Standridge.
He's coming. Oh, look at where he is. Thank you to our talented musicians. Our first student speaker has distinguished herself as a leader in academics, athletics, and student activities throughout her time at Milford High School. Please welcome Willa Audley.
Good evening to everyone who came here today to support our class of 2026. And most importantly, congratulations to each and every graduate sitting in front of me. Firstly, I would like to thank the teachers who supported me throughout my education, both in and out of the classroom each and every day, fostering my love of learning. I would like to thank God, my friends, my family, and most importantly, my parents, who instilled in me from a young age the importance of caring for others, and who showed me how to stay curious and embrace the world around me. Since I was little, I have always dreamed of doing a speech at graduation. I was always fond of the idea that working hard in school could possibly lead me to be in a position just like this, and in all honesty, it did. But the real reason and motivation was less about the academic validation or the significance of my role standing up here, but rather the unique ability and opportunity to be able to speak one last time to all of the kids that I've spent the last 12 years of my life growing up with, to the people in the place that have truly shaped and molded me into the person I am today. To think back to the very beginning, that ice cream social before kindergarten even started would have been for most the first time we all ever saw each other. Although we all have had different teachers throughout our years in elementary school, there are always those significant class events that brought our entire group together for the shared memories I'm sure we all have. Think back to the musical concert practices and performances we all had to do each year, the Milford Elementary song that is probably ingrained into all of our brains, little moments like reading in the library with Miss Koval, playing kickball at recess, and of course, Jade and Chamba pulling the fire alarm on our last day of 5th grade. To really think about it is to recognize that for the majority of us, we truly did spend our childhoods together. The memories we will share to our own children about growing up in Milford will be common between all of us. From the very start of my senior year, I noticed the paradoxical reality that I found myself in. The directly conflicting feelings of looking forward to my future, the possibilities of going far away for college, the excitement I felt as I prepared to move to a whole new country with new experiences, new people, and an unknowing amount of opportunities, while simultaneously being overcome with a level of sadness to be going separate ways from my friends, my family, and my community. However, within this feeling that grew larger and larger as the year went on, I realized how much of a reflection it was of life. The constant, inescapable passing of time. The inevitable tension between the past and the future. But I learned that both factions of time do not exist independent of one another. There's a healthy balance between them. It is pure human nature to be excited about what is to come and crave what is new, while still feeling a tug back to home and the comfort of what is old. It is difficult to come to terms with the fact that many of us will be going separate ways from the people who have for so long surrounded and supported us. However, it is important to realize that we are not leaving them behind. We are connected so strongly by shared experiences and memories. We truly are mosaics of everyone we have ever loved. Moving forward in our lives, we take with us, both consciously and unconsciously, the little things that ground us to our past and to our roots. The mannerisms you pick up from your friends, the music you put on because someone once introduced you to it, the particular comfort movies you have because it reminds you of someone back home. Do not ever take for granted the people that surround you in your life, the love and support that you have. Take care of yourself and one another, and remember to nurture the relationships that you have, for they are the true reflections of your heart and of your character. Do not let distance and change convince you to stop looking back to the people and the places that you love. As we move forward in our lives, we have to understand that time is not only linear. It is rather our connection to our past, our present, and to our future. Just as a tree grows, it does not only go upwards. It branches out in each and every direction, all while being nurtured and supported by its system of roots, grounded to its past and its beginning. Being grateful for the community and people that raised you does not mean you cannot reach out to bigger and more daring experiences. Our world is a varied and beautiful place, and I urge you all to make use of it. Live your life for yourself. Follow the dreams that you are compelled to. Speak out for the things that you believe in. And if I can give any advice, it is to not fear change. In the best way, change can be harnessed into growth. a catalyst that allows us to welcome new ways of life and of thinking. The truth is that growth rarely happens when everything feels easy. It happens when we step outside of what is familiar and allow ourselves to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. At this shared point in our lives, I hope we do not look at what is to come and limit ourselves just because someone tells us that our dreams, our desires, are unrealistic, too ambitious, or too much. As young adults, we are quite literally the only entity responsible and capable of bringing our futures to fruition. There will always be people who think they know what success should look like. They may tell us to stay safe, stay practical, stay within expectations, but wanting more is the most human thing about us. Wanting new experiences, bigger goals, or a different path does not make you unrealistic. It makes you ambitious. And being ambitious in this world is the best thing we can do for ourselves. In my final words, I implore all of you to choose love in every space you take up in your life. Remember your home, the people that made the place. Be grateful for your supports and the people that made you feel seen and loved. Embrace this moment, a pinnacle of a full life ahead of you, and do not shy away from what it is you truly want. Seek change, choose growth, and be welcoming of the beautiful world around you. I am wholeheartedly grateful to have shared the past 12 years of my life with these people and with this town. I congratulate all of my fellow graduates for your accomplishments, and I wish you all the best of luck in whatever it is you choose to do next. I have love for each and every one of you. Thank you.
Y'all just told me to project. Okay. Good? Okay. As we reflect on our journey, 2 members of the class council would like to express our gratitude to those who have helped make tonight possible. Please welcome Braden Sullivan to the stage with me. On behalf of the class of 2026, thank you to our families. Your love, encouragement, and sacrifices and support helped us bring us to this moment.
You celebrated our successes, helped us through challenges, and gave us the confidence to become the people we are today. To all our Milford teachers, staff, advisors, coaches, and administrators, thank you. You challenged us, encouraged us, and helped us grow into young adults prepared for whatever comes next. We would also like to take a moment to recognize those of us who came to Milford from Mason Elementary School in 6th grade, arriving after a long bus ride and a big transition into a new community. We would like to take a moment to thank Ms. Kivla and all the teachers and staff at Mason Elementary for helping us prepare for this next chapter of our lives. You not only taught us the basics of learning, but also kindness, confidence, and how to support one another. Thank you for your patience, guidance, and encouragement over the years. We truly could not have asked for better educators or role models. Please join us in thanking all of those who helped us guide us, the class of 2026.
Speaking of which, many members of our school community wear more than one hat. This evening, they are here not only as dedicated members of Milford School District and School Board, but also as proud parents of graduates of the class of 2026. At this time, I would like to recognize those individuals. If you are a Milford School District employee or member of the Milford School Board and have a graduate here tonight, please stand so we may acknowledge you and celebrate you.
Each graduating class leaves something behind for future Spartans. Please welcome Kaylin and Jaxie.
As a tradition, the graduating class leaves a gift for future Spartans. This year, the class of 2026 chose a gift that reflects our school spirit and pride. With the support of the Burnett family and the artistic talent of Ash Burnett, we are proud to present a new Spartan sign at our main entrance, officially marking our building as home of the Spartans.
In addition, we have donated a portion of our remaining class funds to help support the class of 2030 and contribute to a teacher appreciation fund. We hope these gifts continue a spirit of generosity and support within our school community. From the class of 2026, thank you, and we hope you enjoy them.
Oh yeah. Our graduating chorus members would now like to share one final performance with our Milford community. Please welcome the Milford High School Chorus performing My Days from the musical The Notebook.
Put me right here.
Oh, like this all Never. Wait, guys. I know it already.
Where am I going? Is it somewhere that I want to go? And when I get there, is that where happy is? Or is it somewhere I already know? Sometimes I feel like I cry without a noise. Sometimes I feel like somebody chose my choice. I have to run away. I have to sit and stay. I wanna live a life where I'm allowed to say that I'm proud of the way that I spent my days.
I can feel something growing. It is small, but it's shifting the ground. When I was younger, I could hear it, but it's back. It's my sound.
Sometimes I feel like I've lost my only voice, but then I realize only I can choose my choice. I have to run away. I have to sit and say I wanna live a life where I'm allowed to say that I'm proud of the way that I spent my days. These days.
All we ever really get are days to dream and days to lose. I just need to choose.
Thank you for that beautiful performance. Our next speaker has been an active leader in student government, service organizations, and athletics throughout her high school career. She's also our 2026 salutatorian. Please welcome Megan Morin.
Good evening, everyone. The day we have waited for has finally arrived. Before anything else, I would like to begin with a few thank yous. To the many teachers who have supported me throughout my academic journey, thank you for your patience, encouragement, and unwavering belief in your students. To my friends, thank you for your humor, your honesty, and the countless memories we have created together. But the person I want to thank the most is my mom, the person who has always been there for me through thick and thin. She has never made me feel like I could not accomplish anything I set my mind to. She is my role model, my best advisor, but most importantly, my best friend. I can never thank her enough for always cheering me on, even when we didn't have anyone else to support us. Although I have always lived in Milford, I did not begin grade school with this graduating class. During the pandemic, while we were all learning from home, I made a decision that seemed relatively insignificant at the time. I chose to take a chance on myself and move ahead a grade. That decision ultimately set me on a path that has led me here today and will continue this fall studying neuroscience at The Ohio State University. Looking back, that decision reminds me of the butterfly effect, the notion that seemingly small actions can set into motion consequences far greater than we could ever anticipate. At the time, I was simply completing coursework and meeting deadlines. I had no idea that a few extra assignments and a single decision would ultimately alter the trajectory of my high school experience. When I entered high school, I found myself in a strange paradox. I lived in this town my entire life and recognized many of the faces around me, yet I had never truly known them. It was an unusual juxtaposition, feeling simultaneously like a newcomer and a lifelong resident. For a while, I navigated unfamiliar territory, yet it was not long before I met some of the people who become some of my closest friends. Looking back, many of those friendships began through moments that appeared completely ordinary. Sitting next to someone because every other seat was taken, a brief conversation that unexpectedly continued for years, small interactions that seemed inconsequential in the moment but ultimately became some of the most meaningful parts of my life. The more I reflect on those experiences, the more I realize that the moments that shape us the most profoundly rarely announce themselves. Their significance often reveals itself only in hindsight. That realization has changed the way I think about growing up. When I was younger, I believed progress meant moving faster. I was always in a rush, eager to reach the next milestone, the next accomplishment, the next chapter. I assumed that growing up meant eventually arriving at a point where everything would suddenly make sense. But I've come to realize that growth is far quieter than we often imagine. It is a dramatic transformation that occurs overnight. Instead, it unfolds gradually through experiences that seem ordinary while we are living in them. It is realizing that your parents are people before they are your parents. It is recognizing that your friends are becoming part of your history, not just part of your schedule. It is noticing that time accelerates the moment you begin paying attention to it. That is probably why I think about Peter Pan differently now than when I did when I was younger. As children, many of us view Peter Pan as the embodiment of freedom. He can fly, live in Neverland, and avoid the responsibilities that come with adulthood. At first glance, it seems like the perfect life. Yet I no longer think the story is really about refusing to grow up. I think it's about the strange feeling of realizing that child is ending while you're still living in it. Because the most difficult part about growing up is that nobody announces when things are changing. There is no moment where someone tells you that this is the last year everything will feel familiar. Life simply continues as it always has, until one day you realize the routines you once took for granted have become memories. The people you see every day become people you need to schedule time to see. The experiences you assumed would always be there quietly fade into the past. And suddenly, Neverland no longer sounds childish. It sounds comforting. Not because anyone genuinely wishes to remain a child forever, but because there is something unsettling about recognizing how quickly different phases of life disappear once they are over. I think many of us spent high school looking toward what came next. College, careers, independence, and the countless opportunities waiting beyond this moment. Yet somewhere along the way, that excitement became intertwined with nostalgia. Because now, we find ourselves at the end of a chapter that once felt endless. Just like the butterfly effect, many of the experiences that define these last 4 years were not moments we expected to matter. They are the ordinary ones. The truth is that much of who we become is shaped by the people rather than the accomplishments. We carry pieces of those that surround us wherever we go, their encouragement, their perspectives, their humor, and their kindness. Those influences remain with us far longer than any grade, award, or achievement. And honestly, I think we place far too much pressure on ourselves to have everything figured out. But the older I've become, the more I've realized that most people are simply finding their way as they go. If the butterfly effect has taught me anything, it's that some of the most important opportunities in life begin as simple decisions. A conversation, a risk, a chance encounter, a leap of faith during the pandemic that ultimately changed everything. We spend so much time worrying about the future that we sometimes forget how profoundly our lives are shaped by the moments we could have never planned for. So to the class of 2026, I do not think growing up is about becoming completely certain of yourself. I think it is about learning that life is constantly changing and choosing to embrace that uncertainty anyway. It's about understanding that every ending inevitably becomes the beginning of something new. And perhaps that is the balance between growing up in Neverland. We move forward because we must, but we do not move so quickly that we fail to appreciate the life unfolding around us. Before I finish, I want to leave you with one final thought. There will always be people who question your ambitions, doubt your ideas, or tell you that your goals are unrealistic. If I had listened to every person who told me something could not be done, I would not be standing here today as your salutatorian. So whatever comes next, pursue it wholeheartedly. Do it when you're tired, do it when you feel discouraged, do it now because I'm certain, and do it when someone tells you that you cannot. Because one day, the moments you are living in right now will become the moments you look back on with gratitude. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck, class of 2026.
Thank you, Megan. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Christensen, Director of Student Services, to the podium for some important recognitions. Woo!
Thank you. It is my distinct honor this evening to present to you those students who have chosen as the next step in their life's journey to serve their country in the armed services. We are proud to have the following students represent our school and greater communities. Students, when your name is called, please stand and remain standing so that you may be recognized. Entering the Coast Guard Academy, Shay Hansen. Joining the Army National Guard, Victor McGinnis. Joining the Army, David Nelson. Also joining the Army, Darian Torrey. Also joining the Army, Pandora Van Schultz. Thank you, students. You may be seated. I also have the great privilege to present to you those students who have achieved at the highest level academically and will therefore have bestowed upon them the distinction of summa cum laude. In order to achieve this honor, these students have earned a cumulative grade point average of 4.2 or higher. This year, we have 11 students who will be receiving this distinction. Students, please stand and remain standing when your name is called so that you may be recognized. Attending McGill University, child of Colleen McBride and Nick Audley, Willa McBride Audley. Attending the University of New Hampshire, child of Brian and Heidi Barb, Tygan Michael Barb. Attending the University of Massachusetts Lowell, child of Patrick and Karen Savasco, Jason P. Savasco. Attending the University of New Hampshire, child of Keith and Deborah Fauscher, Grayson Michael Fauscher. Attending Fitchburg State University, child of Dan Parker and Lynn Ongle, Piper Amanda Greenall. Attending Tufts University, child of Jose and Lisa Guzman, Jaden Joseph Guzman. Attending the University of Massachusetts Lowell, child of Joseph Loss and Ashley Parker, Sophie Elizabeth Loss. Attending the University of Glasgow, Scotland, child of Garish Pillai and Anju Nayer, Anaga Garish Pillai. Attending Northeastern University, child of Douglas Rick and Petra McClure, Zoe McClure Rick. Attending Ohio State University, child of Jamie Morgan, our salutatorian, Megan Alice Morin. And the valedictorian of the class of 2026, attending Kalamazoo College, child of Michael and Jennifer Green, Frankie Green. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Before we continue, two members of the class of 2026 would like to share a brief reflection on the journey that brought us here. Please welcome Shay Hansen and Nathaniel Kenyete.
Every graduating class leaves behind memories. Ours includes performances, athletics with many playoff runs and even championships, dances, traditions, senior sunsets, and senior trip, making the most of all the last moments together.
Tonight, we celebrate accomplishments, but we also celebrate friendships, growth, resilience, and community.
As we prepare for our next chapters, we carry with us the lessons we learned and the people who helped shape us.
And wherever life takes us next, we will always share one thing in common.
We are the Milford High School class of 2026.
Our next speaker has made an impact through leadership, service, music, and student involvement. Please welcome Annika Pillai.
Two road starboards in the woods, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This quote by Robert Frost is an apt representation of my 4 years here at Milford. Back in 2021, when I was still in California, cooped up in my room doing online school, not once did I think I would have the opportunity to stand in front of all of you today. Moving across the country to New Hampshire and ending up in our small town of Milford was my own version of taking the road less traveled. But more importantly, that move changed the course of my life. The people I've met, the experiences I've had, the opportunities I've gained, and the memories I made here are what have truly made all the difference. One of the biggest reasons I'm standing here today is because of my parents and their unwavering support. Moving to a new country and starting over in a completely new place wasn't easy for any of us. But through every challenge and every uncertainty, they never stopped believing in me. I owe so much of who I am today to them, as every success I've had is a reflection of their love, resilience, and belief in me. And for that, I am eternally grateful. But most importantly, here at Milford High School, I was lucky enough to be surrounded by teachers who genuinely cared. You often hear people say that teachers change lives, and I can say that's absolutely true. What I'll remember most isn't any single assignment or lesson, but the small moments that made the school feel like a community. I'm sure many of us have heard this before, but 10 years down the line, you won't remember what a person said to you, but you will remember how they made you feel. And I can confidently say that I have never felt more understood, supported, and as prepared for my future as I do today. So to all of the teachers and staff at Milford who invested their time, energy, and patience into me and our class, thank you. Your impact reaches far beyond these walls and is something we'll carry with us long after graduation. I have some more thank yous I need to say, so here I go. Mrs. Crawford, I don't think words can describe the impact you have had on me. I want you to know that you are appreciated, and if you ever feel down about yourself, to please remember how many kids you have been the same to and how many of our lives you've changed. And Mrs. Carter, the only way I can describe you is as a ray of sunshine. I admire your optimism and your drive to improve yourself and others around you. I also cannot justify standing up here without expressing my utmost gratitude to Mrs. Esposito. Our conversations have never failed to put me in a good mood, and your constant motivation and encouragement is what enabled me to achieve success. You have supported my delusions far more than sometimes even I did, and it was always reassuring to know as I trudged through life that I had Mrs. Esposito in my corner. Mr. Bonnet, you have made an impact far beyond what can be seen on the surface. You allowed me to learn and grow to be a leader while still allowing me to be a kid, having fun doing it. My dear band, how can I ever forget our moments together? From band camp to emotional competition days, you have been the people I knew I could rely on. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve as your drum major, and I hope I have made the same amount of impact on you as you have made on me. And Mrs. Ikuzio O'Brien, thank you for surpassing all our expectations and making our senior year so meaningful. In your short time here, you have transformed the school for the better. High school is one of the first places where we begin to figure out who we are and who we want to become, and is often referred to as the building block for the future. And for all of us taking the next step, I think there's a comfort in knowing that we've built our foundation in a place like Milford. If I had to leave here remembering one thing about this place, it would be how the size of our town never determined the size of our dreams. I was never told to dream smaller, and that is something I will carry with me. Milford also presented me with opportunities that solidified the course of my future. I joined FBLA my freshman year and have never looked back. Under the guidance of Mr. Laird and Mrs. Daniels, I was able to become the first elected state president of New Hampshire Future Business Leaders of America. Through my role, I was able to build on my love for business and was even able to change lives. I did an internship this past summer at Georgetown University, during which I worked with Muhammad Al-Bashir Tahir, an entrepreneur from Nigeria. He was responsible for his family of 17, and in that week, I was able to help change the trajectory of his life. We helped set up his cell phone shop and got a grant for him to grow his business. A few months after that, I got pictures of him in front of his new shop with all his new tools, and that moment told me my passions were in the right place. I wish nothing more than to leave a legacy that makes others feel as empowered and confident in their potential as I was able to. So as I prepare to leave the stage, I find myself thinking less about what I've accomplished and more about what comes next for those of you who are just beginning or even continuing your own journeys here. This school will give you opportunities, challenges, and moments that will shape you, but don't be afraid to take them. Your time here is what you make of it. Dream big, get involved, and don't be afraid to step into spaces that feel bigger than you. The people you sit next to, the teachers who push you, the moments that feel small right now, they will become the things you remember most. Don't waste the time wishing it away. After graduation, I will be getting ready to leave for the University of Glasgow in Scotland, where I will be pursuing a degree in business and management. But I find myself returning to the same idea I began with. The life is made up of choices, of paths we take without fully knowing where they will lead. When I first read the words of Robert Frost, I didn't completely understand what it meant to take the road less traveled. But standing here today, I realized that moving across the country, starting over in a small town like Milford, and building a life I never expected was exactly that. And just like that decision shaped my past 4 years, I know the next path I take will continue to be shaped by everything Milford has given me. The people, the opportunities, and the belief that I can go farther than I ever thought possible. And to my classmates, the people I've grown up alongside, learned beside, and grown into who I am with, I am grateful to have taken this journey with all of you. As we all go our separate ways, I hope we never forget the time we shared here, or the impact we've had on each other's lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Annika. And thank you, everyone. You have been an amazing audience. Please sit tight and hold strong for the rest of our speakers, and hold strong, class of 2026, for the rest of our lives. Happiness is not somebody else's thing. It is for you. It is for me. It is for all of us. We all get an ending, and whether or not it's a happy one is your decision. Choose happiness, spread kindness, see the beauty in everyone and everything. Take up space and live your life the way you want to live it. It is the best thing I can say has happened to me. And another thing I can say is that nothing hates you. You are all capable and worthy of love. It is the reason you have never and will never be alone on this journey called life. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been amazing. We have been your hosts, Kylie Gullidge and Ash Burnett. And please welcome to the stage Superintendent Christy Michoud.
Thank you, girls. Good evening, members of the Milford and Mason School Boards, Superintendent Cavella, faculty and staff, family and friends, and most importantly, let's hear it again, for the graduating class of 2026. Tonight is a celebration of achievement, perseverance, growth, and possibility. It marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another as you prepare to enter a world filled with both incredible opportunity and significant change. In a world changing this quickly, our Milford School District vision statement matters now more than ever. The Milford School District will be an inspiring community where deep learning and strong relationships empower all students to become designers of their own story. Tonight, I want to focus on what it means to be a designer of your own story. A designer is intentional. Designers create, adapt, problem solve, and persevere when things do not go according to plan. Being the designer of your own story means understanding that your future will not be written by social media, by technology, or by the expectations of others. It will be shaped by your choices, your values, your character, and your willingness to continue learning. Deep learning is more than grades and memorizing information. It is learning how to think critically, communicate effectively, solve problems, and understand yourself and others. It is recognizing that failure is not the opposite of success, but often part of it. And strong relationships matter just as much. No one designs their story alone. Along the way, there were teachers, families, friends, coaches, and mentors who believed in you and helped guide you forward. Class of 2026, your generation has already shown resilience, creativity, and compassion during challenging and rapidly changing times. The world needs thoughtful people who will lead with integrity, listen to others, continue learning, and make a positive difference. As you leave here tonight, please remember this. Your story does not need to look like anyone else's story. There will be exciting chapters and difficult ones, but you've already shown that you're capable of growth, perseverance, and learning. Congratulations, Class of 2026. We are proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you create next. As superintendent of the Milford School District, I certify all students who will graduate today have met all of the requirements established by the New Hampshire State Board of Education and the Milford School Board, and therefore qualify for a high school diploma with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. We now present to you the graduating class of Milford High School, the class of 2026. Congratulations to you all.
At this time, we welcome Ms. Samantha Belcourt, Ms. Allison Miller, and Ms. Maureen Saradelis as they help us present the Milford High School class of 2026. Graduates, are you ready to receive your diplomas?
Frances Marilyn Green. Annika Garish Pillai. Willa Louise McBride Audley. Kylie Alyssa Gullidge. Ash Alexis Burnett. Kaylin Marie Cuneo. Shay Alaya Hansen. Nathaniel Urungo Kangathay. Jacqueline Charlotte Linda Malidi. Megan Elise Morin. Annabelle May Ross. Braden William Sullivan. Stephen Michael Aber. Hussein Alperin. Nathan Ian Bailey. James Keone Paul Baker. Tygan Michael Barb. Jack Thomas Bastarash. Max James Bianchi. Chandler Matthew Blanchett. Nika Casson Bouchard. Alora Leor Boucher. Jack Reed Barubi. Christopher Adam Baza. Landon Kenneth Briand. Braden Patrick Butler. James Lee Mariano Butterfield. Sydney Rachel Cantella. Christopher Braden Carr. Brennan Michael Cassidy. Jason Patrick Savasco. Natalie Autumn Chappell. Shiloh Elizabeth Chappell. Josiah Gennard Cherise. Jaden Norwin Chamba. Jack Lyons Clancy. Madison Evelyn Clark. Rebecca Winifred Cloutier. Addison Jean Koffel. Olivia Faith Connolly. Maya Lily Marie Coombs. Cooper William Cody. Kara Elmina Cody. Quinn Catherine Kotsovas. Cassandra Rose Coupine. Paige Marie Davis. Jason John Dakin.
Dakota Marie Devine. Olivia Ray DiGiosio. Bailey Lynn DeBias. Sean Daniel Donovan. Paige Hannah Doobie. Larissa Marie Earl. Wyatt James Fabo. Grayson Michael Fauché. Adriana Pearl Garcia. Allison Victoria Giuliani. Nayari Gonzalez Grillo. Piper Amanda Greenhalgh. Cameron Leo Guerin. Eli Deshawn Gutierrez. Jaden Joseph Guzman. Abigail Faye Herring. Jacob Dylan Hager. Cody James Stanley Halberdell. Addison May Hall. Madeline Ann Hall. Colton Joseph Harless. Braylon Ann Hatch. Tanner David Herbert. Jr. Jaden Adam Joden. Anya Rose Judge. Colin James Kirby. Ready? Natalie Anita Lambert. George Ralph LeClaire. Brandon Thurston Lehman. Olivia Drew Lockhead. Sophie Elizabeth Loss. Aiden Jack Lochran. Hannah Catherine Lowy. Lacey Olivia Lyons. Simon George McFarlane.
Thank you. I love you, Milton!
Cody Lee Machado. Olivia Madison Maldonado. Olivia Linda Mazio.
Victor Charles McKennis. Cale Anthony McLean. Ethan Hunter Morin. David Wayne Nelson. Asa James Niskola. Jameson Patrick Noble. Addison Olivia Officer. Mia Zoe Arango Santiago. Andrew Felipe Pereira. Erin Rose Peterson. Christian Sterling Plummer. Libby Gill Pond. Aaron Jacob Porter. Lillian May Potter. Kylie Jade Prue. Declan James Quintana. Nicholas Ryan Reardon. Violet Elizabeth Renda. Zoe McClure Rick. Caleb James Rockwell. Arden Hayden Romeri. Tucker Edward Sabatka. Camden Grace Sayward. Madison Lane Scafidi. Thomas Robert Schonger. Nicholas Fitch Schooley. Noah James Schooley. Colton James Schuster. Dylan Thomas Shaka. Raina Susan Schenk. Precious Destiny Simpson. Olivia Tate Scary. Warren David Skinner. Ian Richard Smith. Braden Parker Sodders. Gabe Joseph St. Ange. Michael Ethan Stafford. Ryan James Steck. Elspeth Ariadne Steele. Sienna Lynn Steves. Cameron Jonathan Stickney. Isabel Ann Stillman. Alyssa Renee Stoddard. Madison Bailey Sullivan. Mason Thomas Sullivan. Ethan Daniel Zopa. Gavin Stephen Zopa. Haley Faith Tomorrow. Courtney Nicole Thiel. Mason Tompkins. Darian Mack Torrey. Hayden Michael Valancourt. Cora Lee Van Blerigan. Charlize Ann Vetrano. Ryland David Viger. Pandora Jean von Schultz. Elijah James Wales. Abigail Kathleen Walters. Savannah Jewel Watson. Michaela Tyra Wells. Olivia Antoinette Wilborn. Camilla Silk Wilson. Dylan Charles Wood. Philip John Wright.
I would now like to welcome Annika Pillai and Frankie Green to the stage for final remarks and the turning of the tassels. Annika and Frankie were the first two students I ever met at Milford High School, NATC. Both young ladies were eager to come in over the summer to discuss their vision for their senior year, and I knew upon meeting them that I had made the best decision to come to Milford High School and Applied Technology Center because I could see that this school had students filled with passion, enthusiasm, innovation, and creativity. It is an honor to invite them up to the stage one last time tonight.
Receiving a diploma is a milestone, but it is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter. To help us reflect on this moment and look ahead to what comes next is our final speaker of the evening. President for the class of 2026 for all 4 years, participant in many clubs and athletic teams, too numerous to list, and this year's valedictorian. Please welcome Frankie Green.
Guys, the longer you cheer, the longer it takes. Okay, good evening, everyone. I want to start by extending a final thank you to everyone who is here tonight. To the friends, family, teachers, and staff, the support that you have shown for the graduates has not gone unrecognized. I especially want to take a moment to thank my family, mother and father. You have been with me through it all, and you two inspire me every day. Mabel, you're my best friend. You're the best sister a girl could ask for, and I love you with all my heart. And graduates, I love you too. I want to say congratulations, and that it has been an honor to serve as your class president for these past 4 years. This experience has changed my life, and I won't ever forget that. Now, I promise we're almost done, but it wouldn't be a class event if I didn't get involved. In 8th grade, I moved to Milford, a place where everyone already knew each other, where connections were firmly established and had been since kindergarten. It was terrifying. How was I ever supposed to integrate into a place that didn't want a new face? I had to assess my situation. I asked 14-year-old me the easiest question one could ask themselves. Who am I? Was I going to be the new mysterious girl that kept to herself? Did I want to try a new style? Maybe I would finally go through that middle school emo phase. Fortunately,
before I could make that mistake, I decided to do something even more daring. I opened my mouth. For those of you who don't know me, sometimes that can be a bit of a risk. When I feel passionately about something, it's very hard for me to stop talking about it, and I feel passionately about more things than I have time for. So before I really had even made any friends or even acquaintances, I was already voicing my opinion and letting everyone know exactly who I was, and even if it has taken me a while to get to this point, I thank myself for that choice every day. I jumped in head first. I spoke up in class, I questioned the people and institutions I was surrounded by, and I challenged norms that were so firmly established that even questioning them was frowned upon. When I got to high school, I chose to be true to myself and continue the streak of bravery. I made the decision to run for class president. I was bursting with ideas about how to improve the lives of my classmates, of how to create change in a place that so badly needed it. I really thought I could do it. For freshman and sophomore year, the rest of the class council and I did what we could with the support from our advisors to raise money, plan fun events, and create opportunities for student voices to be heard. We were working hard, and absolutely nothing was happening. It felt like we were pouring all of our time and energy into a black hole. Now, I know that that was not the case at all. Additionally, I, like the rest of my classmates, was trying to navigate the oh-so-challenging task of staying on top of schoolwork and trying to have some sort of social life. During freshman year health class, I made a goal. I would graduate number 1. I would follow in my father's footsteps of holding the title of valedictorian. I was placing expectations on myself that no one had even considered placing on me. This self-inflicted pressure, coupled with how useless I was feeling as a leader, was making my life downright miserable. I was become someone I didn't recognize. I was overly competitive, judgmental of the people around me, and I had lost my love for learning. I'd become the type of person I hated. That girl who had always been so intellectually curious and willing to help others was gone. It wasn't until my second semester junior year that I found myself again. I can't really name one single event or defining moment that changed my perspective, but one day I woke up and I knew that I didn't want to be that person anymore. I let go of my unrealistic expectations and standards that I had chained myself to, and I found myself again. And I could go on and on about how my life changed, but what I really want to talk about is what didn't. No matter what state of mind I was in, I never stopped working hard. It was the only factor I felt I could control. No matter of what area of my life it was, I put 100% effort into everything. The only difference now is that I never have any shame about working hard. What no one talks about is how society has transitioned into a time where hard work that doesn't result in some sort of monetary benefit is viewed as just a waste of time. Even in an academic environment, I felt judged by my peers for putting an effort into assignments that did not hold the same point value as a test. As I stand up here in front of you all today, I want to make something remarkably clear. You should never be ashamed to work hard. No one has the right to tell you that your hard work, that your effort is not valuable, because it always is. Every time you work hard, you start to become the fullest version of yourself. You start to become the person that society needs you to be. Surround yourself with the people who work as hard, or even better, harder than you. And remember that no matter how hard you work for others, if you aren't working just as hard for yourself, you'll never be able to help people as much as you could. All that work that myself and the council have put in has been important. We've been able to put smiles on our classmates' faces. Those moments of joy make everything worth it. And you don't have to hold a leadership position to accomplish that. I have seen how powerful and impactful everyone sitting in these seats today can be. You can create change, you can inspire others, and you all can become people who leave a positive impact on the world if you don't let others dictate how hard you work. Don't always expect to fail, don't be afraid to succeed, and don't ever be embarrassed to try. Thank you. Graduates, please rise.
The tassel on our caps symbolize our time as a student. In moving the tassel from the right to the left, we signify our newfound graduate status.
Graduates in the class of 2026, please move your tassel from right to left.
Remove your caps.
Congratulations, graduates!
High School and Applied Technology Center, class of 2026. As our graduates recess from the field, we ask that guests remain seated until the class has exited. After the recessional, family and friends are welcome to join graduates near the scoreboard for photographs and celebrations. Thank you for joining us this evening, and congratulations once again to the class of 2026.
Drink all the time, 'cause we're lovers, and that is a fact. Yes, we're lovers, and that is that. For nothing will keep us together. Still time, just for one day. We can be heroes forever and ever. What you say? Can swing. Though nothing will keep us together. We can beat them forever